we're going to go to the last question over here with Charlie.
So I'm, excuse me. So I'm curious, you mentioned at the start that a lot of people building software for the first time, especially SaaS, often are sort of developers, engineers. What are sort of the common mistakes that you see engineers when they're learning that sales process for the first time? And what sort of your recommended reading sort of for them to make sure that they can make the transition from pure dev to learning those sales skills?
Is this dev founder?
I may be a dev founder.
No, it's.
How do you teach your dev founder how to sell?
No, I think developers and engineers are underestimated as salespeople because, like, I think back to kind of was just talking about with Sam of like the best salespeople are the ones who understand the most about the industry, understand the most about the client, understand the problems, and as an engineering founder, I mean that's ultimately you're building something to solve a problem. So you probably know it better than anyone because that's all you're thinking about 24/7. I think what ends up happening, and this happened to me, is when I started talking about what we're doing for the first time with clients, like my head is in it so deep, then it's like, oh, we're doing like in the weeds, and they're like, oh, there's natural language processing, and they're like, well, like I just need a tool, like help me like find people or not, and then it's so I think like what I would recommend is like is making sure you're moving up how you talk about the solution to a level that is not like 30,000 feet, but like is high enough where you're talking about like what is your problem? Here's how you solve that problem. Not like here's the underlying tech, unless that's important as part of that conversation. Maybe it is, but really about how you're solving the problem. And as long as you can communicate that at the highest level possible, and they're like, sounds like you're going to say it. Let's give this a shot. Then I think that's good. But a lot of times, a lot of founders, like especially engineering, is just you're way too deep, and you don't need to you need to take it up a couple levels.
I think you mentioned curiosity, which I've found lots of developers have in spades. So I think don't tone that down, right? Go into those meetings and ask those questions that you're naturally curious about because you'll get answers. It's going to help you build your business. All right, guys, that's the last question. I'm going to have Eric come up and give a quick heads up on the next event that we're going to be throwing. But thanks again for coming out, and then we'll be sticking around afterwards for beer, pizza, and more talking.
Yeah, let's give it up for Josh. Thank you. And for co-hosting Evan, thanks a lot. Thanks everybody for coming out tonight. I think you guys did a great job. Our next event is going to be October 10th. And actually it's going to be with Craig Rosenberg from Topo. And it's going to be a pretty great one. We've got our events in order now. All this is available, including this video, at buildingthesalesmachine.com. We've got all of our content, all the videos, a bunch of articles, and a bunch of Q&A with a bunch of industry sales leaders and interesting VP of sales who don't get a chance to come up on stage, but actually put out a lot of great content. Quick announcement from our side. If anybody's looking to get involved, get their name out there and help our organization, we're always looking for people to help us from an event standpoint, from a content standpoint, and administrative and logistics. This is a great opportunity for an AE or an SDR who is looking to do more and shine in their organization. So with that, we'll get back to pizza and beer. If anybody does wants to raise their hand and help us out, see myself, Evan, or Dave, or Sam. And thanks everybody for coming out tonight.
Thanks again, guys. Appreciate it.